Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. So I'm going to answer a question that was put to me. So you have this guy who's got a computer science degree, has been working in industry for about a couple of years now, and he's frustrated because all his co-workers are hardcore nerds who don't have communication skills, at least the programmers around him. So let me address this. Yes, a lot of people who are not necessarily the best communicators, very good at programming, they're attracted to that field, so you're going to find a lot of these socially awkward people because that's the way their brains are made up. They're much more inclined to programming and coding than they are to social interactions. It's two different skill sets. It's interesting, a friend of mine, his kid has autism, and he's just like that. He's really good at math and numbers and logic, and he taught himself how to do math at like 3 years old or something, and et cetera, et cetera. So he's really good with that kind of work. But he has a lot of difficulty with just basic social interactions that a lot of us take for granted, like knowing when to say he or she, knowing how to say hello, how to greet people. These are difficult things for him. He has to think about it, he has to consider it, much in the same way as the average Joe or Jane, when they're writing code, they have to really think hard about how do you approach this, what do you do? Because their brains, again, they're not aligned towards coding, and people who are, I hate to use the word autistic, but at least on that side of the fence, if you will, on the autistic spectrum, if you will, in a non-technical way, they have difficulty with communication. So it's very famous, like an old skit in Saturday Night Live, very famous skit where the nerds are just really rude. They don't necessarily mean to be, sometimes, but they don't quite understand it. Now this gets amplified, this gets amped up as nerds realize that they have power. Because if you're a really good programmer, you have a lot of power within an organization. So some of these programmers will start to abuse it, and they'll start becoming even bigger. Well, I won't say the word, but they become even less socially capable, if you will, because they know they have the power. So you have this guy who's got a background in computer science, but he's considering, do I really want to do this? Do I want to hang out with these people? He wants to have conversations with them. They're not very good. So my joke to him was, you have to talk about Star Wars, Star Trek, and video games and Dungeons and Dragons, and you might bridge some gaps there. Joking aside, so he's wondering about his career. He's wondering, maybe I can go to freelancing. Am I ready to be a freelancer with only 2 years experience as a developer? Short answer is probably. You're probably more than ready. Again, the steps to becoming a freelancer I've described before. Basically, set up a website, do some projects, freebies to get a track record. As an independent freelancer, you're likely going to be working for small and medium-sized businesses, which means they're going to be looking at your track record. Now, I assume that this guy who emailed me a question with his frustrations about dealing with the uber nerds, I assume that he's got decent communication skills since he was telling me how bad their skills were. So that's very good for a freelancer, as I've emphasized. Whether you be a freelancer or not, but especially as a freelancer, one of the most important things you're going to have to develop is your ability to communicate with people. Because you're going to be communicating with people who are not developers, or not coders. So you're going to have to speak non-nerd to them. Within the context of working for large organizations, those people who understand code and programming and who can also communicate, they're a rare individual. And you can make really good money working within a company being that person who basically provides the interface, who provides the bridge of communication between the nerds and the suits. The suits are the business people. So a good friend of mine works for one of the largest software manufacturers in the world, and that's what he does. He has a background in software development, but he's a good communicator. So what he does is he essentially sees the clients, gets the requirements, figures out what they need, and he goes back to the software team, communicates those requirements in nerd so that the nerds can understand, and he provides that bridge of communications. Because if you got hardcore programmers who have bad communication skills and are rude, you don't want to put them in front of the clients, right? That could cause some problems. So that person who knows both worlds, who has both skill sets, even if they're moderate, that important bridge between the two worlds is a very valuable position to be in. So you might want to consider that as well. So, yep, some software developers can be very awkward, happens quite a bit. It just happens to be the way their brain has developed. That's why they're software developers likely. If you're a software developer with a couple years experience, can you go freelance? Without a doubt. And if you have good communication skills, even better as a freelancer, because it's so important. I have to tell you, in terms of my mentors in business, I'll tell you something, guys worth 50 million, 100 million, so forth. One consistency that they have is they were very good communicators. They were always very good communicators. Different styles, but still very engaging. So that's an important skill, as I said in other videos. In the world of IT, as a developer, programmer, coder, you have to have your chops as a coder, but you also have to have really good communication skills, verbal, written, the ability to listen, the ability to be humble in your positions, and that will take you a long way in terms of your career. I hope this helps.